The first thing that CCC is seeking in this High Court is that the Speaker of Parliament acted in a letter that was fraudulent, and impositor emerged from the streets and claimed that because they've attended the rally and public meetings of the CCC, they are the Secretary General of the CCC. We've made a point very clear, both legally and politically, that CCC is a distinct political organization in this country and does not have the position of the Secretary General. The second fact that we've made before the court is that CCC has not recalled any of its members of parliament, and therefore the proclamation of the by-election is an unconstitutional act because it is a decision and the proclamation made out of an act that was fraudulent, out of an act that someone was acting without the mandate. The third fact that we're raising before the court was that the said honorable member and the respondent, which is Tshabangu, has not proved before the court that members of the CCC have ceased to be members of parliament. And for avoidance of doubt and for the benefit of the public and you as members of the board estate, is that we as CCC, we are with the so-called recalled members of parliament. How do we recall members that we come with the call? I'm dramatizing to understand. You have seen Pasho here, you have seen Honorable Tofa here, you have seen Honorable Tubeko here. It proves beyond any shadow of political doubt that they are still members of the Citizens Coalition for Change. What you have before the court has been proven legally, but what we emphasize on politically is the fact number one, that all these things that you are seeing are born out of the constitutional crisis that Zimbabwe has entered. The constitutional crisis born out of disputed elections. The election in this country was not held according to domestic, constitutional, regional and international standards. And that has been confirmed by SATAC, that has been confirmed by the African Union, and all the observer missions. That is, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission was caught in flagrante delicto in terms of the law. It failed to execute its constitutional duty. So ZEC gave birth to the constitutional crisis that you are seeing today. All these offsprings are born out of that crisis of legitimacy and lack of democracy in our country. That's why we have proven before the course of law that legally Section 129 should not be invoked because we have not recalled members of parliament. We are happy because the High Court, as an honorable court, has made a determination that it is going to proclaim and pronounce its judgment before the 7th, because the 7th is the nomination court, a nomination court that must sit on a by-election that is born out of an unconstitutional act. So we've proven that before the court, and politically we continue to prove to Zimbabweans, for avoidance of doubt, that CCC is the authentic opposition in this country. It is being attacked and harassed because we chose a different path, a path to democracy and a path to make sure that we change the concrete lives of ordinary people. So what you see in the courts are manifestations of the blows of tyranny, are manifestations of the attack on the authentic opposition. But why are we smiling in the face of all these challenges? Because we have hope. There's so much despair, but we know that we're going to make it to the appointment with the future, and that future is changing the concrete lives of ordinary people. Thank you.
And am I the only one who have really given up on the issue of the constitution, also considering the academia, as well as the leadership in Zimbabwe? I'm just focusing on a people who completely lost their humanity, just being a people. Understand that there is a difference between right and wrong. I guess that is really missing in Zimbabwe. Because what are these courts for? I mean, there was an illegitimate, presidential, standing that is already in a frying pan as we speak. And now we are having another dilemma, another episode of just courts back and forth. While on the other hand, the country is literally deteriorating. And while we are busy running up and down, simply wasting time, like I've always said, I repeat that for me, time is so important because time is the currency of life. Time is moving. Our days in this world are numbered, whether we like it or not. I guess the older people don't really care because they're saying, no, we have lived our lives. So we don't care how much we messes up with your time. But surely we can do better as a nation. When we understand that the time we are spending on running up and down, we can actually build our nation. We can correct what's not right. We can start loving each other. We can begin to ask for forgiveness, repenting of our sins, and bring our people together and see how we can move forward as a nation. But that is not really working. It's 24/7, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Facebook, TikTok, any other social media platform, we're just busy hammering each other, busy hitting one another. I don't understand how this country is functioning, but I'm extremely, extremely disappointed, really. I expect this country to move in a professional, respectful manner. But Zimbabwe is different. People are so, sold out to toxicity. And I just can't wait. Now, I just want you guys to take a listen to what the attorney had to say for Citizen Coalition for Change.
I was presenting for some of the applicants in this matter today. I'm sure that the summary of the case has been overstated, but all I can do is just say that I'm satisfied that our case is properly before the court. I think any issues that arise have been clarified to the judge to the best of our satisfaction on the legal issues, which issues really we submit relate to the validity of the first responders' powers or authority to be able to have recalled members of parliament and members of the Senate, respectively. It was a long battle. There's been many legal minds that have been involved into reaching the point that we're at now. Now the matter is safely before the court's hands, and we've been promised a determination before the nomination court sits, which is very relevant to us because then that is going to determine where we go from here. So just thank you to everybody involved, and I think that's all that I have to say on the case.
All right, well articulated, my lady. But this is what Brighton Mutevedzi has to say. He said clarity and accurate here from Comrade Ostalisi, and he was pointing to Ostalisi. The only challenge is High Court Judge Munamato Mutevedzi is a solid gatekeeper. He's at the same level of gatekeeping as David Mangota. What Vene are pursuing is bigger than Citizen Coalition for Change is trying to protect. Vene have got grand ambitions, which is the two-thirds majority that people have been hallucinating. I don't know how true that is, but because I'm not a firm believer that we should rechannel our energy on trying to promote what ZANU-PF is after. As much as we know they're after that, maybe our goal should be let's channel our energy in the way of blocking such ambitions so that we can be able to build a Zimbabwe that is good for everybody, that is convenient or conducive for everybody. You know what I mean? So what more can we say? And then also the attorney for Sengezo spoke. First of all, the attitude for this attorney, absolutely disgusting. Take a listen.
Munoziva kuti kune vanhu vakadzingwa ne-CCC ku parliament neku senate ndivo vakamuendesa ku court nhasi. Saka nhasi nyaya yacho yanzwika. We are very confident kuti achawina because ndiye interim secretary general we CCC zvinotozikanwa.
Kwa hiyo ve-CCC vonge vachimboti zvoni havana maposition akadaro ekuti munyori chichi pane shana change champion vachavangu vakasarudzwa kuti.
Right. Maybe that is very misleading because the CCC yanga isipo mukoti havana kutaura kudaro. Kune vanhu vari kufamba vachiti ivo ndive ve-CCC. Tshabangu akasarudzwa saNelson. Munoiziva strategic ambiguity yaya. Ndiyo yaita kuti Tshabangu aite interim secretary general. Saka zviri kufamba zvakadaro.
Thank you so much for sticking around. We've had fun, and I'm asking you guys to subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you ring the bell, and see you guys in my next upload. I love you all. Bless you.